Hello, my dear friends. This is Alex, your teacher from the Easy English Podcast Club, and I am so happy that you are here today. You made a wonderful choice because every time you listen, you are taking a strong step toward fluency. I want you to relax, enjoy this time, and believe in yourself. You can do this. Yes, you can speak English with confidence. I know sometimes it feels hard. I know sometimes you feel shy or afraid of mistakes. But today, I am going to give you something very practical, something you can use right away. We are going to build your English slowly, step by step, with what I like to call slow English. Slow English is the smart way. You do not rush. You do not stress. You move forward one simple step at a time. And this is how real progress is made. Today, I will share with you 7 powerful habits. These are not just ideas. They are small actions you can do every day. They are easy. They are short. They are strong. If you practice them daily, you will notice a big change in the way you speak English. These habits are like seeds. If you plant them and water them, they will grow into fluency. And the best part is, you only need 15 minutes a day. Yes, just 15 minutes, and you can feel more natural, more clear, and more confident when you speak English. Before we begin, let me remind you, if you enjoy learning with me here, do not forget to subscribe to the Easy English Podcast Club on YouTube. Subscribing means you will not miss any new lessons, and it helps us keep creating this free learning for you. So, pause for a moment if you need to, click subscribe, and then come right back. Good. Now let us continue. The first habit is something very simple, but very powerful. I call it micro-retelling. Do not worry about the word. I will explain. Micro means small. Retelling means telling a story again. So micro-retelling means you tell a short story again, but this time you use your own words. You do not need long sentences. You do not need perfect grammar. You just tell what happened in the simplest way you can. This habit trains your brain to think in English, and it helps you use the words you already know. Here is how you do it. Step 1. Watch or listen to something short in English. Choose something that is only 1 or 2 minutes long. Maybe a short YouTube video, a cartoon clip, or a small part of a podcast. Listen carefully. Try to understand the main idea. Do not worry if you do not understand every single word. That is not important. Just catch the main events. Step 2. Close the video or stop the audio. Now, tell the story again in your own words. Do not try to remember everything. Just say what happened. Keep it short and simple. Maybe 2 or 3 sentences are enough. The goal is not perfection. The goal is practice. Let me give you an example. Imagine you watched a video. In the video, a dog runs in the garden. Then it finds a ball. The dog jumps and catches the ball. It looks very happy. Now, you stop the video and retell. You could say, the dog ran in the garden, it found the ball, it jumped and caught it. The dog looked happy. That's it. You just told the story again with your own words. That is micro-retelling. This small habit has many benefits. First, it helps your memory. When you tell a story again, your brain keeps the new words longer. Second, it gives you speaking practice with real English. You are not just listening, you are using the language. Third, it builds confidence. Each time you retell, you prove to yourself that you can speak. Fourth, it helps you speak more naturally because you learn to tell stories without stress. You can do this habit every day in just 5 minutes. Watch something, close it, and retell in your own words. Do not worry about mistakes. Mistakes are normal, and they show that you are learning. The more you do this, the faster you will improve. And remember, if you enjoyed this tip, make sure to subscribe to the Easy English Club. That way, you will get more simple lessons like this, and you will always feel supported in your English journey. Habit number 2 is what I call ready responses. This one is very useful in daily life because it helps you speak without freezing or feeling nervous. Many learners tell me they feel blocked when someone asks a question. They know the words, but the words do not come fast enough. That is normal. But here's the good news. You can prepare your answers before the situation happens. That is why we call them ready responses. Think of it like this. Imagine you're going to play a game. Before the game, you practice some moves, so that when you play, you can use them quickly. Ready responses are like that. You practice short, natural answers, so when someone speaks to you, the answer comes fast and easy. For example, imagine someone gives you a compliment. They say, "You look nice today." What can you say? If you wait and think too much, you feel nervous. But if you already have some answers ready, you can reply naturally. Here are 3 simple ready responses. "Thanks, that is so kind of you." Or, "Oh, thank you, that made my day." Or, "Really, I appreciate it." Simple, natural, polite. And the best part is, you do not need to think too much. You just say it. Now let's try another situation. Imagine someone asks you, "How was your weekend?" What can you say? You can prepare 2 or 3 short answers. For example, "It was good, thanks. I just relaxed at home." Or, "Pretty quiet. I watched some movies." Or, "Nice actually. I went to the park." Again, these are short and easy, but they help you sound natural. Now you may ask, how do we build this habit? It is simple. Every day, choose one situation. Think of 2 or 3 natural answers. Write them down if you want. Say them out loud. Repeat them tomorrow. And if you have the chance, use them in real life. The more you repeat, the more automatic they become. Let me give you a few ideas to start. You can prepare ready responses for these common situations. When someone says, "How are you?" When you arrive late and want to say sorry. When you want to ask for help. When you meet someone new. If you do this every day, after a few weeks, you will have many ready responses in your memory. And when the moment comes, you will not freeze. You will answer fast, clear, and confident. This is how fluency is built. Not by memorizing big grammar rules, but by collecting small, useful answers you can really use. And remember, my friends, If this habit is helpful for you, please subscribe to the Easy English Podcast Club on YouTube. Subscribing is free, and it helps you stay connected with me. It also shows me that you want more lessons like this. So take a moment, click subscribe, and let us keep learning together. Habit number 3 is something I call 2-minute reactions. This is one of my favorite habits because it is close to real life. In real conversations, people often ask us what we think. They ask, "Do you like it?" Or "What would you do?" Or "What do you think about that?" And in that moment, you need to share your own ideas, not just repeat someone else's. 2-minute reactions train you to do exactly that. It means you watch or listen to something small in English. Then you speak your thoughts for 2 minutes. That's it. Not reading, not writing, but speaking freely for 2 minutes. You react with your own words. Here is how you do it. Step 1. Choose something short to watch or listen to. It could be a short video, a podcast clip, a cartoon, or even a picture with words. 1 or 2 minutes is enough. Step 2. After you watch or listen, stop the video or audio. Then start speaking. Give your reaction for 2 minutes. Say what you saw, what you liked, what you did not like, what it reminded you of, or what you would do in that situation. Do not worry about mistakes. Just keep speaking. Let's try an example together. Imagine you watched a video of a dog playing in the snow. The dog is running, jumping, and rolling around. Now stop and react. You could say, "That was so cute. I love dogs. They're always happy. This dog looked very excited in the snow. I don't have a dog, but I would like one someday. Maybe I can take my friend's dog for a walk this weekend." That's a natural 2-minute reaction. Your voice, your ideas, your English. You see, you are not just retelling the video, you are speaking your own thoughts. Here is another example. You see a quote in English. "Be kind. Everyone is fighting a hard battle." Stop and react. You could say, "That quote is meaningful. It reminds me that people have problems we cannot see. Sometimes I feel bad inside, but nobody knows. So this quote tells me to be kinder. I think if everyone tried this, the world would be better." Simple, clear, personal. This is exactly how you build real fluency. Because real English is not only about describing, it's also about sharing feelings, ideas, and opinions. Now, why does this habit help? First, it teaches you to think directly in English. You are not translating from your language, you are speaking your thoughts in English. Second, it builds speed. 2 minutes is long enough to train your brain to keep talking, but short enough not to feel heavy. Third, it builds confidence. Each time you finish 2 minutes, you prove to yourself that you can speak without notes, without a script, just naturally. At first, maybe you can only speak for 1 minute. That's fine. With practice, you will reach 2 minutes easily. And later, maybe even 3 or 4. The goal is not perfection. The goal is practice. So here's my challenge for you. Every day this week, do 1 2-minute reaction. Watch something small, then speak your thoughts. If you do this daily, you will feel your fluency grow quickly. And don't forget, my friends, if this lesson is useful to you, subscribe to the Easy English Podcast Club on YouTube. Subscribing is free, and it makes sure you always receive new practice habits like this. It also tells me that you are part of our learning family. So subscribe now and let us continue building your English together. Habit number 4 is what I like to call your phrase bank. Think of it like a bank where you usually keep your money. You save it there so you can use it later when you need it. A phrase bank is almost the same, but instead of money, you keep English phrases. You collect them, you store them, you practice them, and then you use them when you speak. Why is this so powerful? Because in real conversations, we don't have much time to think. You can't always stop and build a sentence word by word. If you do, you'll feel slow, nervous, and unsure. But if you already have useful phrases saved in your mind, then you can speak quickly and fluently. That's why building your phrase bank is like building your English toolbox. Every phrase you save becomes a tool you can use in daily life. Let me show you how to build this habit step by step. Step 1. Listen and notice. Every day, when you listen to English, keep your ears open. Watch a video, listen to a podcast, or read short dialogues. When you hear a phrase that sounds useful, stop and notice it. Ask yourself, could I use this in my life? Would this help me in a conversation? If the answer is yes, that phrase belongs in your phrase bank. Step 2. Write it down. Take a notebook or use your phone. Make a section called My Phrase Bank. Every time you find a good phrase, write it there. For example, you hear someone say, "It's not a big deal." That's a useful phrase. Write it like this. Phrase, "It's not a big deal." Meaning, "It's not a problem. It's okay." Example, "Sorry I'm late. It's not a big deal." Now, you might ask, how many phrases do I need in my phrase bank? The answer is simple, just one phrase a day. Imagine this, if you add one phrase every day, after 1 month, you will have 30 new phrases. After 1 year, you will have more than 300. That is enough to have real, natural conversations. Remember, fluency is not about knowing thousands of words you never use. It is about knowing the right words and phrases that you can actually use. Here are some ideas to get you started. That sounds great. Can you say that again, please? I'm not sure. Let me think. Sorry, I did not catch that. Exactly. I agree with you. These are short, simple, natural phrases. Add them to your phrase bank. Practice them and use them. And don't forget, my dear learner, this is what I am here for. I want to give you more phrases, more habits, and more confidence. So if you haven't done it yet, subscribe to the Easy English Podcast Club on YouTube. By subscribing, you will always get fresh lessons with new phrases to add to your phrase bank. It takes only one click, and it will support your journey to fluent natural English. Habit number 5 is one of my favorites. I call it Fluency Loops. This simple practice will help you think faster, speak more clearly, and use English in flexible ways. It's not just about repeating the same sentence. It's about saying the same idea in different ways. That's why we call it a loop. You go around the same idea again and again, but each time you make it a little different. Why is this important? Because fluent speakers do this all the time. In real life, we don't always say something only once. We explain, we add more detail, we repeat, or we change the words to make sure people understand. This is what makes your English sound natural, alive, and interesting. And the good news is, you can train this skill with Fluency Loops. Here is how you can do it step by step. Step 1, choose a small topic. Pick something simple from your daily life. For example, what you did yesterday, what you ate for lunch, or how the weather is today. Don't choose something big or complicated. Start small. Step 2, say it simply. Begin with a very short version. For example, the topic is yesterday. You can say, I stayed home. I was tired. I watched a movie. That's version 1. Simple, clear, and easy. Step 3, say it again, but with more detail. Now, tell the same idea again, but add a little more. For example, I did not go out yesterday. I felt tired, so I stayed at home and watched a movie on Netflix. Now your version has more words, more information, and sounds more natural. Step 4, say it again, but this time add emotion or opinion. For example, I really needed a quiet day. I stayed home, watched a film, and honestly, it felt so good to rest. Now your story has life. You are not only giving facts, you are sharing feelings and personality. See what we did here? We started with a very basic version, then made it longer, and then added feeling. That's the loop. Each time you go around the loop, your English grows stronger. Here's another example. The topic is lunch. Simple, I ate pasta. Detailed, I cooked pasta for lunch today. It was very quick and easy. Emotional, I made pasta for lunch today. It was simple, but honestly, it tasted amazing and made me happy. With this one small topic, you now have 3 different ways to say it. This is fluency. You can say things again and again in different ways, just like native speakers do. Why is this habit so powerful? Because it trains your brain to be flexible. Instead of feeling stuck with one sentence, you learn to play with words. If someone doesn't understand you, you can explain again in a new way. If you want to sound more interesting, you can add more detail or emotion. This makes you a stronger communicator in English. And here's a big secret. Fluency is not only about speed, it's about flexibility. It's about being able to say the same idea in more than one way. Fluency loops give you this power. So here is your practice for today. Choose one topic from your life. Maybe yesterday, maybe your breakfast, maybe the weather. Say it in 3 versions: simple, detailed, and emotional. Do this every day with a new topic. It only takes 5 minutes, but the results will surprise you. Now, let me remind you of something very important. If you want to build fluency, you need regular practice, and you need guidance. That's why I invite you again to subscribe to the Easy English Podcast Club on YouTube. When you subscribe, you will always get fresh lessons, more habits like this, and more support on your journey to fluency. Remember, fluency grows step by step, habit by habit, and subscribing keeps you moving forward. Habit number 6 is one that students really enjoy. I call it copy 10 seconds of a movie. It's fun, creative, and it makes you sound much more natural when you speak English. Let me explain how it works. When we learn English in school, we usually focus on words, grammar, and maybe pronunciation. But in real life, speaking is more than words. It includes rhythm, tone, pauses, and even emotion. That is what makes someone sound natural. And the best way to train this skill is to copy real English from real people. Here is how you can practice this habit. Step 1, choose a short clip. Pick something in English that is very short, about 10 seconds. It could be a line from a movie, a funny moment from a TV show, a short TikTok, or a small part of a YouTube video. Don't choose something long because you only need a few seconds. Step 2, listen carefully. Play the 10 seconds and listen closely. Don't only listen to the words, pay attention to how the person speaks. Notice the speed, the pauses, the rhythm, and the feeling in their voice. Step 3, copy exactly. Now play the clip again, and this time copy what you hear. Try to say the same words with the same rhythm and the same emotion. Don't worry if you don't sound perfect. Just focus on copying as closely as possible. Step 4, repeat and perform. Play the clip again and again. Repeat after it until you can say it smoothly. Then pretend you are the actor. Perform the line with the same energy and feeling. This step is important because it trains your mouth, your ears, and even your body to use English in a natural way. Here is a simple example. Imagine in a movie, someone says, "Are you ready? Let's go." It is short, but very expressive. First, you listen. Then you copy. "Are you ready? Let's go." Try to copy the exact rhythm, the rising tone, the excitement in the voice. Now you are not only learning words, you are learning how English really sounds in real life. Another example could be from a comedy show. The actor says, "Oh no, not again." You listen carefully, then copy. "Oh no, not again." Try to match the feeling of surprise and frustration. That emotion is part of speaking too. This habit is like being an actor in English. You step into someone else's shoes and you speak like them. The more you do it, the more natural your English will become. You will notice your pronunciation gets clearer, your rhythm improves, and your speaking feels smoother. Now, you might be thinking, do I really need to copy every pause and tone? Yes, absolutely. Because language is music. Every word has rhythm. Every sentence has melody. By copying, you are learning the music of English. And when you learn the music, people will understand you more easily, and you will feel more confident. Here is your practice task. Tonight, choose one short clip in English. 10 seconds is enough. Listen to it 5 times. Then copy it 5 times. Record yourself and listen. Compare your version with the original. Notice what is similar and what is different. Then try again. This little daily exercise will make a huge difference in how natural you sound. And here is a bonus tip. You can also do this with songs. Choose one line of a song in English and copy the way the singer says it. Music helps your brain remember rhythm and intonation. Before we move on to the final habit, I want to remind you of something. If you want more examples, more practice clips, and more fun exercises like this, you should subscribe to the Easy English Podcast Club on YouTube. Every week, we post new lessons that you can copy, repeat, and practice with. Subscribing is free, and it will give you fresh material to build your fluency step by step. So do not forget, click subscribe and join our learning family. Habit number 7 is the last one, and it is one of the most powerful. I call it, "What would I say?" This habit trains your brain to be ready before real situations happen. Many learners feel nervous in conversations because they are surprised by questions. They don't know what to say and their mind becomes blank. But with this habit, you will always feel more prepared. The idea is simple. You imagine a real-life situation and ask yourself, if this happened, what would I say? By practicing like this, you prepare your answers before the real moment. When the situation happens in real life, your brain already knows what to do. Here is how to build this habit. Step 1. Choose a situation. Think about your daily life. What situations do you often face? For example, ordering food in a cafe, shopping in a store, meeting a friend, asking for directions, making a phone call, or even visiting the doctor. Pick one situation and make it clear in your mind. Step 2. Imagine the moment. Close your eyes and see it. Imagine the cafe, the shop, the park, or the office. Imagine another person speaking to you. Hear their voice in your head. Now ask yourself, what would I say? Now speak your answer out loud in English. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Just speak. For example, if you imagine you are in a cafe, you can say, "Hello, can I get a coffee, please?" Or, "I would like a small cappuccino, please." Or, "Hi, one black coffee to go, please." See? You are practicing before the real moment. Next time you walk into a cafe, you will feel calm. You already know what to say because you practice it in your mind. Let's try another example. Imagine you are shopping and you can't find something. You can practice saying, "Excuse me, where can I find the bread?" Or, "Do you have this in a smaller size?" Or, "How much is this, please?" These short sentences are ready in your brain, waiting for you. Here is another example. Imagine you meet a friend after a long time. What would you say? You can practice, "Hey, it's been so long. How are you doing?" Or, "Wow, I haven't seen you in ages. It's great to see you again." When the real moment comes, these words will flow naturally. This habit is very powerful because it's the same method that athletes and public speakers use. They practice mentally before the big moment. They imagine the situation and they prepare their moves or their words. That way, when the real event happens, they are not afraid. They already know what to do. You can do the same with English. The best part is that this habit only takes a few minutes a day. Before bed, think about one situation you might face tomorrow. Ask yourself, what would I say? Speak 2 or 3 sentences out loud. That's enough. Slowly, your brain will become faster and more confident in real conversations. Now, my dear learner, let's look back. You now know 7 powerful habits for fluency. 1. Micro-Retelling. 2. Ready responses. 3. 2-minute reactions. 4. Your phrase bank. 5. Fluency loops. 6. Copy 10 seconds of a movie. 7. What would I say? Each of these habits is simple. None of them takes more than 10 or 15 minutes. But together, they are life-changing. If you practice them every day, your English will not stay the same. It will grow stronger, faster, and more natural. Remember, fluency is not magic. It's not talent. It's a habit, and you are building it step by step, day by day. Before I close today's session, I want to give you one final piece of advice. Believe in yourself. You can do this. English is not too hard for you. Every mistake is progress. Every practice is growth. And every small habit is a step closer to fluency. And don't forget, if you want to keep improving, you need regular practice and fresh ideas. That is why I invite you to subscribe to the Easy English Podcast Club on YouTube. By subscribing, you will always have access to new lessons, more habits, and more encouragement. It's free, it's simple, and it will give you constant support on your journey. So click subscribe, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. Together, we will make your English clear, confident, and natural.